And that's the annoying thing, I think, from a Man United fan. It's not annoying, it's actually infuriating. We didn't need them at their investment. We were absolutely self-sustainable with the model we had. We were making a ton of money because that's the way the club had got. It was a global brand that we'd built over 30 years of success. The Glazers come in and take a ton of money out of the club and put us in loads of debt that we just didn't need. So, yeah, okay, we spent quite a bit of money on transfers over the last few years, but we could have spent loads. If it wasn't for the debt repayments that we were making, the Glazers have held us back. They've not helped us at all. So for United fans, they're just the cancer of the team. They really are. I think there's opportunity there for us to have been a mega club. And we're big, but we've fallen behind, like Dave said, so much now because of a lack of proper investment in infrastructure in the team. And Old Trafford is a really sorry-looking place to be at the minute. It's not a good-looking ground.
There's no consistency in it. They've spent a lot of money, but only at certain points. And if you want to be Man City, then yeah, you have to spend it a different way. I look at when Moyes came in, you signed Fellaini. That was it. That was all he got in that summer.
Yeah.
What were you expecting from him? Then Mourinho, we talked about it the other week. I think you said it, Dave. Mourinho wanted Maguire. They said, no, don't need him. Don't need Alderweireld. A year later, they'll bring him in. So, yeah, they'll spend the money, but not at times to target actual sporting success. Only sign Maguire when it's financially lucrative for them as well because of the name he has now from being with England. It's really frustrating. And I think that with a lot of clubs, Arsenal are a perfect example as well. I was talking to my girlfriend's dad the other day about it, and he's long-term Arsenal fan, diehard Arsenal fan, and said exactly the same thing. Yeah, right, they spend 70 million on Pepe, but that's not enough on its own. You have to inject that money, and they make more money off their fans than anyone does. So where is that going? On Willian's contract, it's just there's no planning with any of these things on a sporting level. It's just business, and that's really sad.
It's sad because I think Arsenal were one of those teams that fought their way to the top tier of English football in the 90s. And I think as a United fan, that was the biggest respect for me, that they achieved it through just perpetual success and investment in scouting and things like that. They got the right coach in place in Arsene Wenger. Whereas you look at the Chelsea and the Man City model, there's less to be sort of admirable about looking at them across their clubs and building it just through money that's been generated through oligarchs, etc. There's not as much respect attached to achieving any success with that. And I think whatever Man City achieve will always be sort of kind of tainted with a footnote of, yeah, but. Whereas Arsenal, on the other hand, they won the Premier League in absolute style in the 90s and noughties because they worked hard to get there. So I think as a rival team, seeing them in the state they're in is kind of sad. And it's because their owners have just mismanaged them. And again, they didn't need any investment. They could have carried on under the model they were operating and they were just scouting very successfully. But they've changed so much now beyond the last 10 years that, like United, they're kind of unrecognisable in many ways. And it is really, really quite sad to see, isn't it?